do in your free time?
Oh, I have a small time for my hobby. But when in summertime, I like to spend my time in my garden. It's in countryside house,
Hmm.
and I like roses, orchard, fruit orchard, and what else? Sometimes I go hiking with my friends in forest.
Hmm.
And we kindle a bonfire and cook food and singing by guitar like that.
Oh, that's very nice. Mhm. That's
Yeah,
cool. All right. Thank you very much. Very nice to meet you, Lydia.
nice to meet you too.
Is this your first lesson?
No, it's not my first lesson, but with you, yes, it's first.
Ah, I see. So you've had another lesson with another teacher.
I had a lesson with Miracle.
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
Mhm.
So have you met any of our students that you see today? Have you met them before?
Yes, I before I saw Natasha
Hmm.
and Yelena. That's all.
Okay. All right, good. So what we'll do, we'll have a brief introduction from the other students then, just so you can get to know them as well. So Cyril, tell us something about you briefly, please.
Yeah, hi everybody. My name is Cyril. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Odessa, Ukraine. I work as a mechanical engineer at can factory. We are producing meat cans, such as cans, tins with meat, tins with paint, and some beans. I have a hobbies. I like to play bass guitar. I was doing boxing several years ago. I like to play checkers and I I would like to visit in the future Canada and Australia. So this is one of the purposes why am I learning English. So I hope to pass an IELTS successfully in foreseeable future. Something like this.
Lovely, thank you very much. Okay, I don't know, Elena, did you have a chance to introduce yourself in Miracles class?
In Miracles, I never been there.
Oh, okay, okay, fine. All right, so Elena, tell us something about yourself.
So I'm a lawyer. I'm from Russia also, and I live in Far East in Khabarovsk, and it's just evening right now, 6 p.m. now here, and very snowy, cold winter outside. Sports, I like fitness, swimming pool, and skiing. I have a daughter, 5 years old, and she also likes swimming with me and dancing. So just we spent a lot of time with her.
Very good. That's the best thing, isn't it? All right, thank you very
Yes.
much. Thank you, Elena. Okay, Natasha.
Hello, my name is Natasha. I live in Minsk in Belarus. I am a doctor and I work in Republican Scientific Practical Center of Hygiene as a senior researcher, and also I work as a professor of hygiene in Belarusian State Medical University. I maybe I have not a lot of hobbies. Um, I prefer reading or watching interesting for me movie in my free time. And last time, I very like study English because I want improve my English skills and very want to visit my friends and relatives in the USA, and I also want to be in Canada. I have never been to Canada, but my sister was there, and she said that it's very nice country, and her Native, like Belarusian native. Природа, it's native? I don't know.
Nature.
Nature, nature.
Yeah, it
Okay,
has a
thank
beautiful
you.
nature. Yes. Yeah, that's great. So you have family in America. Do you know which
Yes.
city?
Yes, my family live in Florida, in Weston. It's near Miami.
Oh, right. I see.
Yes, and I have been 3 months in Weston last year.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, yes, it
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah, it's really nice there. I haven't been. Hope I could go sometime in the future. But yeah. Okay, thank you, Natasha.
Thank
That
you.
was great. Ksenia.
Hello, my name is Ksenia. I'm from Russia. I have some hobby such as sport, reading, study English, cooking, and also I like traveling. That's all.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Ksenia has been to America many times.
Yes.
I'm sure you enjoyed your experiences there too. All right, thank you, Ksenia. And Alex.
Yeah. My name is Alex. I'm 30 years old. I live in Moscow. I'm working as a database engineer in some government organization. I love sports. I playing table tennis with my friends. We are riding mountain bicycles. And I'm playing bass guitar with our rock band for 4 years. So I think that's all.
Lovely. I like your background. The paintings on your wall there behind you. Quite nice. It's very nice to look at.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Is it sunny where you are now? Because I see there's the window next to you. Do you have sunshine?
no, it's just
Normal day.
cloudy weather. Yeah.
Okay. I see. Well, here it's 8 o'clock in the morning in the UK, and
you have no sun yet.
not yet. Yeah, I think another maybe 10 or 20 minutes or so we should
Yeah.
have sunrise. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Alex. And Alexei.
I'm Alexei. I'm 34. I'm from Perm. I work as a structural engineer. It's to say easier. Architecture draws a beautiful picture of building. I make it stable and standing for a long years. That's about my job. About the hobby, it's maybe if we're saying about winter, I like to skating. Am I saying right?
Yeah.
On the ice, yes. Yeah.
Ice skating or skating.
Ice skating. Okay. We have with all our family going to the together to ice skating.
You go to ice skating rink. We say it's a rink.
Yes. Okay.
Or maybe if you have a river that's frozen, you can also go onto a river.
We have a river,
Yeah?
but it's under snow. Under ice and under snow, so we going on the ring, of course. To be ready for skating. Yes. Understand. So that's it, I think.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much. Okay, well done, guys. Now I'll just quickly say something about myself. So Lydia knows something about me too. I'm Australian, and I have lived in Australia most of my life, but I have traveled around the world a fair bit. Right now I'm in the UK, and I've lived here for about 3 years. I spent 5 years in Germany, 2 years in Egypt, and I don't know where I'm going to be traveling to next. Some of you say I should go to Russia or the Ukraine. Some of you strongly don't recommend me to go there because of the current situation. But we'll see. So some of my hobbies, football. I really like playing football, and I follow it quite a lot, or soccer, like the Australians say, or the Americans. And I also like table tennis. I'd like to think I'm pretty good at it, but I haven't played it for a long time, so I'm a bit rusty. Because here in the UK, it's not a very popular sport. It was in Germany. And I like technology. Yes, so anything to do with you know, gadgets or the latest technology, with mobile computing. I really have a keen interest for that. So, there you have it. Any questions, Lydia? Or any other students?
Thank you for your describing yourself.
No problem. You're most welcome. If you have any questions, you're most welcome to ask. Okay, so let's move on to our lesson then. The topic is not the most pleasant. We are going to talk about the death penalty. However, it's pretty, you know, controversial. And so hopefully we'll have a little debate, or we can at least discuss this situation when it comes to the death penalty. So we will learn some new vocabulary, which I think will be, you know, pretty handy, pretty useful too. But before we read this article here, or this passage, I'd like us to just have a look at these questions on the right, just to briefly discuss them. So, tell me, does your country have the death penalty?
We have moratorium on it for quite a long time.
Yes, Russia has not executed anyone since 1996. It's not legal in my country. But before legal method being shooting during the Communist Party reign and
yeah. So during the communist reign, when the Soviet Union was still alive, the death penalty did exist, right? But,
yes. Now, now we haven't finished death penalty in my country.
Okay. In the Ukraine or Belarus, is it the same?
Yes.
No, I think in. Oh, proceed, please.
Sorry, thank you. When Belarus was in consist of USSR, we have death penalty, but after, when we stay a part country, we like Russia, we haven't death penalty now.
So it's the same situation. So as soon as the Soviet Union collapsed, and you know, the other former Soviet Union countries were independent, you adopted that same law. Cyril, you were going to say the opposite, I think.
No, we don't have a death penalty, but the thing is, I thought that Belarus has a death penalty because I was studying at Minsk for 2 years. And I believe I heard about some exceptions from this rule. There was several cases with the death penalties. No, maybe I'm.
No, we haven't done death penalties. We hear a lot of talk about it, and people said that maybe it's good if we have a death penalty, but on level of country we haven't such punishment.
Okay. So
Okay.
it's pretty unanimous then. Okay. Okay, what about the second question? How many countries do you think actually use the death penalty? Do you know of any country?
I think many countries.
Yeah.
I think it's
So,
Asia, some part of Africa, USA, also
Yes.
China.
but now I'm reading in internet that it says it proves my point that in some rare cases, as an exception for some very hard crime, the person can be condemned to death penalty.
I see. Yeah, probably depends on the severity of the crime.
Yeah, it depends on severity. So it's legal, and judge can condemn him to death penalty.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, there is a link here I might share with you from Wikipedia, and you can see, the use of capital punishment by country, and on the map, all the ones in red are still using it. So quite a lot, actually. Yeah, including America. Some.
Yeah, America is the most interesting situation. They're fighting against death penalties all over the world, and they have some.
But not all states have
Yeah,
death
not all
penalty.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's certain states. Yep.
And I thought it's very, it's many amount of money the government waste on death penalty. It's cost about roughly $4 million per inmate.
Yes, good, excellent. Thank you for mentioning that, which actually that would bring us on to the next question. Yeah. So, what are the arguments against the death penalty? Why do some, countries adopt or make it illegal, or don't adopt it?
I think most of all it's just mistake of the judgment and political situation and corruption. I think it's very hard to, when you're making this decision like capital punishment, you must absolutely sure what are you doing, and in mistakes it's in human nature. I think it's better to leave the person in custody, but not to execute him.
I see. So it's more about life. It's pro-life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter what crime that person has committed. They still don't believe that it's not going to make anything better by ending that person's life.
Yes, and also our justice system isn't perfect. Law are not evenly applied to everyone in society. Some people gives bribes and other takes it.
Yes.
And sloppy investigation is also a problem. Because of this innocent person may be put to death, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, okay. I'd like to hear a bit more from you guys, but I want to mention one critical point that will probably make us all think. Why maybe certain people see or are for the death penalty. But I want to hear your arguments first. Why do you think some countries or governments adopt the death penalty?
I think some of them just for the death penalty because it's so scary for a criminal that they wouldn't do anything illegal if they would afraid of death penalty, maybe because of this.
Yes, so fear.
So fear, yes.
Fear from doing those crimes. Yes, this is what I was leading on to. Yes, well done, Elena. Because when these criminals are aware of the punishment and they know that there is zero tolerance or that crime will not be tolerated, basically they will stay away from that. As simple as that. In most cases, some will still do it, but the great majority will probably stay away from that crime. Okay, good. What else?
I would say
Maybe
that. Sorry?
Go on.
Okay. I would say somebody thinks that it's just an easy decision. If somebody break the law, kill him, and not to retain it. It's in a prison to feed them, and so on.
Yes, yes, okay.
Yeah, so why should government spend a lot of money for a person who committed some severe crime, like killing childs or something like this, and government should spend the money on him?
Yes, yes, good. I think one of the ladies wanted to say something. I don't know who it was. Was it Lydia? Did you want to say something, or somebody was interrupted?
No, I think so that it's fear, of course, leads to this situation. But I think it's not a human way for decision problem.
Yeah. So the fifth question is now kind of relating to the previous two. How are criminals typically treated in the prison? So let's say there is no death penalty, which means the prisoners have to be kept in prison for life. Yeah, so they get the initial sentence is life imprisonment. So now, do you think they'd rather be in prison than out on the street?
Of course, I think it's better they will be in prison. About treating criminals. In our country and in the former Soviet Union, prisons are very bad. You know, the scandals, maybe the people live in very bad habits.
Yes.
So I know that it was shocking for me that I know, some Norway criminal or terrorist was Breivik. He lives in a single room with the internet, with right to his fans. It's, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know what to think about it. It's too much for him, I think. It's
too much luxury.
Yeah. Even I think not every man in Russia has that room.
Yes, so
he lived like a king for killing almost 80 person, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
This is exactly my point, you see.
Everyone knows what he did, and for that he becomes something like a star.
Yeah.
Very famous.
Yep, you're right. See, in many of the Western countries as well, the prisons actually are quite advanced, and the prisoners are treated very nicely. I mean, not treated nicely, but they have all the facilities. They have a warm bed, they have warm clothes, hot showers, television, activities that they do. So if they're imprisoned in life, it's like a free, a place to stay.
Yeah.
And what kind of a punishment is that really? I mean, of course they don't see their families and whatnot, but still. this is where the argument comes.
Yeah.
If somebody has committed a major crime of murder, for example, this is not the way to punish someone.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, we've got that out of the way, so we've discussed it for a little bit. So now let's read. We have 5 paragraphs, so I don't know, not everyone will get a chance, unfortunately. But Alexei, you can start reading, please.
The death penalty, also called the capital punishment, refers to the killing or execution of a person as a punishment for a crime. Half of the countries in the world have abolished this from punishment punishment. About 30% of the countries in the world still use it as a punishment for crimes such as murder and treason. Each year, a few more countries abolish the death penalty.
Excellent. Thank you very much. That was well read. These words, we're going to go through them shortly. After the text, there is a activity that we have to match the vocabulary. I can hear a bit of an echo. I don't know who has this echo. But if you're not using headphones, if you're using speakers, you might want to reduce your volume a little bit, please, or maybe just keep your microphone muted if you're not speaking. I think that will kind of help or get rid of the echo. Okay, so let's continue. Alex, you can do the second one.
Capital punishment is used in 34 of the 50 states in the US. Does the word capital seem odd? This term comes from the Latin word for head. Long ago, capital punishment referred to cutting off a person's head. In America, execution is now carried out by lethal injection. While this method of killing is not as disturbing to watch, autopsies show that injections are not always quick and painless. The procedure sometimes goes wrong and the injections cause severe pain. Medical professionals are often required to assist in the executions. The UN asked that all countries refrain from using this cruel and unusual form of punishment.
Excellent. Thank you, Alex. Well read. Okay, Lydia, you can continue.
Many opposed to the death penalty say that death row is a form of torture. Death row is a section of prison for those sentenced to death. Some inmates spend years waiting for the execution date. This happened to Manuel Weil, a Floridian man who killed a police officer. He spent 33 years on death row before being executed. How does death row differ from regular prison life? In some cases, prisoners spend their days in solitary confinement. They are not allowed to worship, exercise, or take part in group activities.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so they're not allowed to worship, exercise, or take part in group activities. So this is another strange case. Imagine he's been waiting for 33 years. He's been on death row. On death row basically means you are awaiting your execution.
A solitary confinement, is it? What is it?
Yeah, solitary confinement. I won't give you the answer yet. We're going to look at this on the next page.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have some answers there which I want you to match to these words. Okay, so fourth, Ksenia.
Amnesty International calls the death penalty the ultimate denial of human rights. In 2011, this human rights girl defended an American prisoner named Toy Davis. Davis was convicted of killing a police officer, but many doubt the evidence. The executive director called this case a catastrophic failure of the justice system. Troy Davis maintained his innocence until the moment he died. 1,000 people attend his funeral.
Wow, thank you. Yeah. Here's another case. Interesting one. Okay, Natasha, number 5. Your microphone is muted. Okay. Uh-oh. Natasha, are you
Sorry. Yeah, my note is crazy.
okay?
Statistics show that minorities are more likely to face capital punishment. Americans who murder a white male are at least 3 times more likely to be executed than those who kill a black male. In addition, those who can't afford a good lawyer are more likely to face the death penalty. Studies also show that capital punishment does not deter criminals. Would you believe that a death penalty sentence costs taxpayers more than a sentence of life imprisonment? Some people think the death penalty is a less severe sentence than life in prison with no chance of parole.
Thank you very much. Now this is interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Here they're saying,
Yeah.
would you believe that a death penalty sentence costs taxpayers more than a sentence of life imprisonment? That's very hard to believe. I don't know. Can you see this being the reality?
How could it be?
Yeah, it's really strange. I imagine if somebody is sentenced to life imprisonment without parole, that means 10, 20, 30, 40 years, maybe even more, they have, the government has to spend on these people who are living in the prison. Now, those who are, facing the death penalty or the capital punishment, how would that cost more? They can get rid of that person within a year, I think. I don't know. I fail to understand this. Anyways, maybe one of you can enlighten us. Okay. Let's see. I think, we might skip these questions on the right and get straight to the vocab, and then maybe we can have a quick debate towards the end. So here are the words that we maybe find a little bit new. So the first one, let's see. Yeah, capital punishment. Elena, you can do that one. Can you please match? So on the left we have the words, on the right the definitions.
Capital punishment is the death penalty. F.
Yes, very good. F, I have it right here. Can you give us a sentence with capital punishment?
Some country use capital punishment in nowadays.
Yes, yeah, or you can even have nowadays at the beginning of the sentence. So nowadays, some countries still use
capital punishment. Yes.
Capital punishment. Very good. Okay, thank you. Cyril, number 2.
Abolish it. This is the only new word for me. And it's up to me. Okay.
Abolished.
Maybe it's.
it's a verb. Yeah.
Oh, it's a verb.
So
Oh, yeah.
So there are many verbs actually on the right.
Maybe causing a great damage?
No. Yeah, Elena has given us an idea. Discontinued.
Oh.
Yeah. When something is abolished, it's discontinued. Okay. Cyril, can you use that word in a sentence?
I think the long death row serves to abolish execution of wrong convicted persons.
Okay. Yeah. So you're saying that
Serves
the death row
to abolish wrong convicted.
Maybe needs to be abolished. Needs to be abolished because when a person, like our example above, was waiting for 33 years, you know, this death row waiting period should perhaps be abolished.
No, yeah, I mean the opposite. You know, if someone was convicted to death penalty, and some new facts are emerged in the future, for example, in a month.
Okay.
So he would have the chance to abolish his death sentence.
Okay. Yeah. In this case, yeah, we won't say abolished. The case might be dropped, or the charges will be lifted. Yeah, when somebody's charged with murder, let's say,
yeah,
this is the crime they've been charged with, and there's evidence now that comes and you know in support of the convicted, then those charges can be dropped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
another word is acquit. We can also acquit that. Basically, the judge can say, look, we have enough evidence, and the case is dropped, basically. And the person will not go to jail or will not be sentenced to death. Yeah. So abolish, you can say, the death penalty has been abolished in Russia, for example.
Oh, in this case,
it's discontinued. It doesn't exist anymore. It's not being used anymore.
It like stopped.
Yeah, stopped. It hasn't been. It's not practiced there anymore.
Or ended. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, ended. Yeah. Okay, number 3, Alexei.
Treason. Treason. It's a crime of betrayal against the country or its leaders.
Yes, very good. Treason. Yeah. How would you use treason in a sentence?
I know one famous treasoner. It's I forgot his name. He's in Moscow now. American treasoner. Very famous. Who can tell me? Okay.
All right, from America. Is he American, but he's staying in Russia?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah. Does anyone remember his name? Swindon. Is it Swindon?
Snowden.
Snowden, sorry.
Yeah,
Snowden, yes.
Snowden is the most famous treasoner in the world these days. It's a good example.
Yes, good. But we wouldn't say treasoner. We would say a person who committed treason.
Committed treason.
Yeah, someone who has committed treason. So
Okay.
Snowden is one of the most recent, persons or people to have committed.
Okay, another example. USA convicted Snowden in treason.
For treason. Very good. Yeah.
For treason, yes.
They have convicted him, or maybe of treason, you can say. Very good, yes. And I think in any country this probably would be a very severe punishment. Okay, I believe it's death penalty. Okay, for Alex?
Lethal injection. A form of cruel punishment that causes severe pain?
No.
Maybe medical procedure to determine exactly how a person died.
No, it's B.
Yes.
G.
Yeah, it's B.
B?
Yeah, purposeful, administration of drug that kills, yeah. Lethal injection is using in USA
Autopsy.
as capital punishment.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so nowadays lethal injection is used as a form of
Capital punishment.
capital punishment. Very good. Okay, 5. Lydia?
Autopsy is medical procedure to determine exactly how a person died.
Very good. Yeah, this is the autopsy. Okay, how would you use autopsy in a sentence?
When people died, the medical personnel autopsy the body to understand what happened with him.
Yes, very good. Yeah, when a person dies, an autopsy or the medical personnel.
Yes, personnel.
Yeah, they do an autopsy to find out, the cause of death. Very good, very good. Okay, 6. Ksenia.
Death row. Punishment preventing prisoners from. It's I.
No, it's not I.
It's a row for death penalty, yeah? Or I don't know what it means, death row. It's some like of line to death, or no?
Yeah, well, it's a place, a certain place for certain criminals.
Oh, okay, it's area.
Yeah.
And where is? I don't see.
Yeah, area. Can you see it?
Prison area for people who have been sentenced to death.
Very good. Yes. How would you use death row?
The prisoners have some time in death row before the death penalty.
Very good. Yes. Yeah. So they have to wait on death row before they are executed or before they are, put to death. 7. Natasha?
Torture. It's a form of cruel punishment that causes severe pain.
Yes. Torture.
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 I know that in our country, this sort of punished was very wide use in prison.
Good. Yeah. So you know that in your country, torture was widely used. Yeah.
Yes.
Very good. Yeah, in many countries this is used. They want to get certain information out of somebody, for example. Yeah. Okay, 8. Elena.
Solitary confinement. Maybe it's I punishment preventing
Yes.
prisoners from interacting with others.
Yeah, that's it. Solitary confinement. Think of it as the naughty corner. You know, with young children or with, you know, certain young students, if they are misbehaving, you know, put them in a naughty corner or the naughty step. Basically, they're not allowed to mix with the other students. So in the case of a prisoner, they are not allowed to interact or mix with the other prisoners. So they are in solitary confinement. Okay, how would you use this in a sentence, Elena?
That some prisoners have an opinion that solitary confinement is the worst punishment, even more than death penalty.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So some prisoners, they have this opinion that solitary confinement is worse than being, you know, killed. Yeah, because no one wants to be alone, especially not in a prison.
For years.
Yeah, especially for a long time. Yeah. Good. Number 9, Alexei.
Alexei? Convicted. Convicted is like found to be guilty of a crime.
Yes. How would you use convicted in a sentence?
Somebody who break the law was being convicted to the death penalty.
Yes, very good. Yeah, depending on what they've done, but maybe you have been convicted of murder or you have been charged with murder. Very good. Okay, we can use it that way. Alex?
Catastrophic, causing great damage, I think.
Yeah, very good. Catastrophic.
So, Breivik's terrorist act was catastrophic.
Yeah. Yes, the latest terrorist act was catastrophic. Okay. 11. Lydia?
That I know that only peril, but that
yeah, to deter.
Deter.
So this is a verb as well.
Maybe to help prevent someone from doing something.
Exactly.
I guess it by exception of other answers.
Yeah. So this is a new word for you, yeah?
Yes, it's new. Some people, some prisons maybe how to say, in special room. It's that room for for prevent someone from doing something. I mean, police. When police catch someone on the street and he maybe he do something wrong with people, and it's deter. It's help to prevent him from doing something bad.
Okay, all right. Yeah, this is not an easy word to make a sentence with. I have to agree. Oh, that's good. That's a good try. Okay, who else would like to make a sentence with this word? Deter, because this is...
And the death penalty is deter many people from crime. Can you say like this?
Yeah, the death penalty deters.
Deters.
Many people, or criminals, or yeah, people from committing more crimes.
Deter from or of crimes, and also deter crimes.
We can say it without a preposition.
Without
just
preposition.
Deters. Yeah.
Deters crimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I give a funny example with
Yes.
what I created right now?
Go ahead.
Bad guy when going to a murder exceeded the speed limit, and police stopped him and deter from the murder.
Oh, from committing the murder. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good. So maybe, yeah, this criminal had intentions to kill somebody.
Yes.
So the police arrived in time and deterred him from, you know.
I mean, when he's going on the car, for example, so too fast and exceeded speed limit, and some policemen stopped him, and this way he stopped him and arrest him, and this way he deterred him from the murder.
Very good. Yes, yes, yes. So because he was speeding, obviously the police, you know, pulled him over and they stopped him. But if he wasn't speeding, he would have committed that murder, the crime of murder. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Excellent. All right. What about the last one?
But I don't know why, but nobody laughing.
Yeah. Would have been a silly criminal. He should have planned it better. Yeah, not been speeding so much. All right, good. Thank you, Alexei. And the last one, whose turn was it? I think. Who's next? Maybe Alex?
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. I forgot.
Yeah, I don't know either. So parole. Chance to be free from jail based on the good behavior. Age, maybe.
Yes, that's it. A chance to be free from jail based on good behavior. Parole. How would you use this in a sentence?
Some people don't deserve parole for all their crimes.
Good. Yes, that's very good. Yeah, some people, they don't deserve parole at all. Because maybe they have done that crime numerous times. They've done it a lot. So they don't deserve parole. Okay, well done. We only have 1 minute left to debate. So unfortunately we won't be able to debate it, but we've discussed it quite a lot at the beginning, which is, I think, good enough. But before we finish, let's see if we can use our new vocabulary with these 5 sentences here. So Lydia, could you see the first one and tell me what do you think fits in that gap?
The murderer was sentenced to death and will now wait on death row.
Yes, good. Death row.
Death row.
Yeah, the murderer was sentenced to death and will now wait on death row. Very good. Second one, Ksenia.
The autopsy shows that the lethal injection caused the head to stop beating.
Yes, the autopsy. The autopsy.
The autopsy.
Yeah, show that the lethal injection caused the heart to stop beating. Very good. 3. Natasha?
During someone in exchange for a guilty plea is a form of death penalty used in some prisons.
Is a form of
Death penalty, no?
no.
No.
You know when it's very painful.
Torture.
Yes, torture. Yeah.
Torture. Yes,
Torture.
sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's this word here, number 7.
Yes.
Torture. Torture. Very good. Yeah, so burning someone in exchange for a guilty plea. You know what a guilty plea is?
No, I think guilty plea it's it's a punishment. No? Guilty plea.
Yeah, when a prisoner is let's say, or a criminal is in court, the judge usually asks the prisoner, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? So if you say I plead guilty, then there's no need for trial. Yeah. So they're saying here, burning someone in exchange for a guilty plea is a form of torture used in some prisons. So yeah, dirty tactics. Okay, 4. Elena?
Statistics show that capital punishment doesn't deter murders.
Very good. Doesn't deter murderers. Excellent. It's a strange statistic, but I don't know. I don't know where. It depends in what country.
I think it's true, but I don't know why is that so. I don't know how to say it. I think it's true. If someone planned to kill someone, he doesn't think about punishment at all. It's not normal at all for doing this.
I also think that all crime people just hope to be convicted.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I'm still kind of confused why this is like that. But anyways, it depends. Like I think certain countries may be different than others. Okay, the last one, Alexei.
The man who was on the man who was on
The last word. We see it.
Parole.
Yes, parole. The man was on parole for good behavior when he killed his neighbor. Yeah, this is the American spelling, by the way. The British and Australian has OU, in case you're wondering. Okay, thank you very much. That was it, guys. I've given you the link for this PDF in the chat, so you can click on it and save it, and you know, practice it in your free time. Look at some of the questions on the right, and you know, see how you would answer them. You can write them down if you like to practice. And look at the debate questions as well. Quite interesting. Okay, any questions?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No problems. Thank you very much for attending. Lydia, very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too, and all participants of this lesson.
Yes, it's been a pleasure. We hope to see you soon, and I hope you guys have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.